if you're a business owner and you are considering making a move from ChatGPT over to Claude because you've heard all this hype, then I'm here to share my experiences. I, for one, thought about moving to Claude for probably longer than I should admit, but having made the move, I just love it. Now, I have three main reasons that I love Claude so much and why I believe you should probably do the same. Now, I'm not saying turn off ChatGPT, leave it there, use it for some things, but I held off moving to Claude because I thought the migration process would be painful and tedious. But in actual fact, it is actually really quite easy to do a summary of some of your things, projects, chats, prompts from ChatGPT and migrate it into Claude. Claude even gives you a prompt to just drop into ChatGPT to pull over the most important information. It's also actually a good chance to do a spring clean on your projects because you can actually do a summary of what's in those projects, review the system prompts, and then start with a nice clean install in your Claude account. Now, why do I love Claude so much? Well, firstly, it eliminates some of the pain. Now, I found with ChatGPT, it would sometimes give me these very long-winded answers, like filling up a whole page of text, when honestly, like a couple of words or sentences could have sufficed a lot of the time. And with Claude, it's got a much more natural human interaction going on. So if you say to it, a question or whatever in the chat, it sometimes just says, yes, do it. Yep. That's the right call. Go ahead and do that. What's the next thing you want to talk about? And that's just so liberating instead of having like this long-winded verbose output coming from ChatGPT every time you talk to it. I found that I was actually skimming over a lot of the stuff ChatGPT would deliver to me. Whereas with Claude, because they're short, concise answers when they need to be, I read that and we can move on, progress the conversation much more effectively. So there's that. The second thing is it actually just listens better. I think that's the simplest way to say it. Often with ChatGPT, you'd be like, hang on, I have just told you to give me that as a markdown asset, or I've just told you not to use that word, or I've just told you this. And it does it even though you said explicitly not to. So there's that basic listening part that I found just so liberating moving to Claude and going, hey, can you give me this like this? And it just does it. No like third time, fourth time, fifth time lucky. It does it first go. So there's that. It listens better. And the third thing, which is probably the most important for me, is that it actually can write better. Now, of course, you do need to train it. So you do need to train it so that it understands your voice profile. It understands not only your writing style, but also what you like to talk about and how you think about things. But for the same level of training, AI training of ChatGPT versus Claude picks it up and articulates things really nicely and can actually word things, whether it's a script or an email or talking points, so eloquently and so in keeping with how you would say yourself, as opposed to ChatGPT, which always defaulted to that AI sounding language, the sentence structures, the paragraph setups. It all just was way too AI sounding. Whereas Claude, it actually feels like it's listened to you and it's a extension of you, not this robot that you've got to try and force into shape. It's this extension of you, which is really nice. It's like working with, not working with yourself, but working with an extension of yourself. So they're three of the main reasons why I moved to Claude. I love it. And of course, those three reasons that I've talked about don't even cover Claude Cowork, where it can access your computer and do tasks and everything else. That's a game changer, complete game changer, which I'll cover in another video. But this one, just literally moving from ChatGPT to Claude. I wish I hadn't done it. I wish I hadn't taken so long. I wish I did it sooner. for $1 a day. It is the best investment I think you could make. Should be an absolute no-brainer. Get in there and do it. And they're the reasons why, from a business owner to a business owner, why you will get a tremendously favorable, positive, excellent experience with Claude. For now, this is March 2026, so things can easily change. But right at this point in history, that is my best recommendation. Take care.